Yesterday, we began looking at some advice for our young people and some things that we need to make sure that we are teaching to our young people. We're going to pick up our study today by noticing that we need to be teaching our young people how to connect with their church family. If Christian teens feel out of place in adult classes or have difficulty fellowshipping with people outside of their age group, their transition out of youth, college, singles, or some other type of ministry is going to leave them feeling disconnected. And for many, this leaves them to simply fade into the background, and others will leave and will seek out churches that have more young people, sometimes even if they have to compromise doctrine to do so. But parents can help their children connect with all Christians through regularly having other Christians into their homes and fellowshipping with all ages in the church family. Church leaders as well have to help cultivate a family environment by putting an end to the complete segregation strategies that have proven fruitless, and regularly work to have events that bring everybody together to serve, to fellowship, to study, and to worship as one body, not dividing oneself out into many different groups, but bringing everyone together into that precious Christian unit, that family that we have, and teaching our young people how to interact with their church family. We also need to be teaching our young people how to study for themselves. If our young people leave home with their brains filled with memory verses and facts and figures about the Bible, but they don't know how to study a text for themselves, then what have we really given to them? It's an inherited faith, not a growing, developing faith. And the implication in many churches is that young people and teenagers need dumbed down classes. Folks, this is insulting. Our young people are very intelligent. They're very smart. They can understand God's Word. Some of them are doing things like calculus and physics in school. Folks, they can handle lessons on how to break down a text, how to explore a scriptural topic. But unfortunately, some parents feel inadequate to equip their children with Bible study skills because they themselves aren't quite sure where to start. Well, there's no reason why congregations can't offer how to study the Bible classes and make it available to anyone of any age who wants to attend. If you want to teach your children but aren't sure how, maybe talk with an older member of the church, speak with an elder, speak with the preacher, speak with some of the people that teach Bible classes on a regular basis, read books on the subject, do whatever it takes to learn and to pass it on, because few things are more important for our young people than to know how to study their Bibles. Next, we need to teach our young people how to teach others. The gospel message is one that is meant to be shared. The message of the Great Commission is one that is still with us today, to go and to teach all nations. And as our young people go to college or they start their careers and they make new friends as they go, young people can and should be some of our most powerful assets for getting the word about Christ into the world. If they've obeyed the gospel, then they know enough to tell others the basic message of the gospel. From there, we can help them to grow, to know how to handle various questions they might encounter and how to reach others as well. But lastly, we also need to teach them about their role and their sense of purpose in the work of the church. Paul wrote in Ephesians 4 verses 11 through 16 about different roles and different types of service that are necessary in the church, and why each individual part needs to be contributing toward the work of the church. Now, not every young person is going to grow up to be a preacher or an elder or a Bible class teacher, and that's not a bad thing. What's important, though, is that we know our role, we know our talents, we execute them as well as possible to the glory of God. That's what's important for our young people, is that they start to discover their role and they grow into it over time. It's not something that just happens overnight. Parents, you can help your children find where they can be of service to the church. Elders, don't hinder these young people, but help them find areas of service and people that they can help in the area. If they leave home but don't feel that they have anything to contribute to the church, then we've failed. Since God has given unto all of us abilities, talents that we can use to help further the cause of Christ. Now, everyone, including young people, has free will, and there's no automatic 100% path to youth faithfulness. But by engaging our young people and helping them to fill these expectations by the time they leave home, their faith will be strengthened, and the church will be blessed. Friends, we thank you for joining us for our program today, and have a blessed day.